Today, we're going to show you 3 no-cost tips to get customers. My name is Marvin from Ovals, and I have my friend here, Tom, from the SBDC, and also fellow entrepreneur. And we're really excited to kind of go over these things with you. Take it away, Tom. Kind of get started and tell them why you're excited to kind of talk about this topic. So
yes, so there's a lot of talk out there about how do you acquire new guests, how do you increase sales, and we want to give you 3 tips today on just how to do that, and they're at no cost to you. And the first one is really how do you get those the awareness or the acquisition of a new guest for your business. And what we mean by that is, so there's a lot of and I'll use the restaurants. Most people can relate to restaurants, third-party apps like Grubhub or Uber Eats. So they have their own platforms and their own websites. Other places like Instacart and places that go to Costco and grocery stores and pick things up for you. So all these are 3-party apps that can lure you into your organization, right? Lure guests into your building via the internet. And what you want to do is, once you acquire, we want to acquire those guests as your own, because right now they're Instacarts or Uber Eats guests. And how we do that is in the packaging of the product, right? It's your product, put that special thing in there, put a note, and everyone's probably seen this, especially if you get stuff from Amazon, that you see, hey, drop us a rating or do a review on us. And, you can put other things on there depending on where it is in your location to actually come to the store or order from your website directly. You can have all that information in the packaging. And that way, if they go to your website directly, now you've acquired them as your guest and you don't have to pay the third-party platform. Same thing with Uber Eats. If you're a restaurant and they're ordering stuff from your restaurant, put a coupon in there or something that, when they get to their house, it's like, hey, sign up on our website for $5, order directly from us, and also join our mailing list. And those just two easy ways to, acquire guests through third parties that really doesn't cost you anything extra. And in fact, it's going to make you more money because you're not paying the fees to those third parties. Anything to add, Marvin?
yeah, I would just say in general, you want to have what's in it for me marketing, right? So what are you going to give the guests that they care about to make them want to be part of your community or your audience, right? And so thinking about things that can help in that process will take you a long way in building unique offerings. And it kind of feeds into the next tip we want to give you, which is creating rewards and contests and how to build that into your marketing. It's low cost. I like to say you could give away internal currency. So if you're a restaurant, it could be a dish, a food, 10% off a dish, etc. If you're a software company, it might be extended time using the software. If you're a service provider, it might be some kind of consultation or audit report. If you're an e-commerce brand, again, you can use the same types of things where you give promotional discounts, cash that can be applied to internal currency if you sell shirts, apparel, whatever. So but focus on the things that you think the customer wants, that they're going to excite them. Like an Amazon gift card may not excite them because everybody gives those away. It might be a t-shirt from your company with your purpose or logo that might excite them. So be mindful of what's going to get people excited, because they get offers from all different sorts of brands. So yeah, but if you want to kind of think about some other ways let's talk about how you can actually build out the contest, or kind of talk through some tips that you might want to offer, Tom, in terms of executing some of these things.
Yeah, well, I'll give you an example from the restaurant business. Mm-hmm. And one example was this a pizza place. Now, this was a brand new opening. And what they did was they paired up with a company, and that was called Tap the Table, who was a Facebook messaging, right? You can start a page from Facebook. It's free. And then they paired up with Tap the Table. And what happened was they did this contest, and it was very simple contest, meaning that was like, they gave you 3 options. What is the #1 topping for pizzas in America? And, the answers would be pepperoni, peppers, and onions. Mm. And you could enter this contest as many times as you wanted to. And what that did was, so if you didn't get the right answer the first time, you sent that answer again. Now, every time you entered this contest, what you were doing was you were texting the message, right? So now they've captured your phone number because you're going to opt into this contest and they can have it. And you're also on Facebook posting about this and you're sharing it. You're like, hey, want to win a free pizza? It's super easy. So now everyone in your audience and everyone in their audience and you tell two friends and so on used to be a famous commercial. So everyone is almost like a spider web is getting this message in this community where they were promoting this. And it was a very effective way to get whatever they were trying to do. Like, let's say, and I'm just going to give you examples. Let's say they were trying to get capture 200 people. They ended up doing 2,000. That's how effective this was. And granted, this wasn't free. They were giving away free pizza, but it was in the marketing budget. So, it's a little, sleight of hand there. But I mean, this could be scaled down to much smaller items, or it could be scaled down to weekly contest, or it could be scaled down to other, ways, in-store promotions.
Mm-hmm.
And with the proximity, a lot of places you can use location finders and really keep the, into a community where you want to be. So there's a lot of apps and third-party, tools to use Messenger, text messaging to get people through your front door that maybe never have heard of you before.
Yeah, and
Marvin?
that dovetails to the third tip, which is what we call lifestyle marketing, and also cross marketing with people who are targets of your customer. Your customer might go to them, and you can do relationship-based marketing. So if you look at like somebody's credit card statement, you're a retailer or online merchant. Think of all the different ways they spend their money on retail, like apparel, services, doctor's offices, home goods, entertainment, travel. And if you made like a little grid, if you will, which one of those will give you the highest impact to reach your customer, and then you can look for partners that fit those boxes. For example, if I'm a health and what if I'm a smoothie shop where I make home delivery smoothies, right? And I want to deliver those. I would look to partner with health and fitness organizations like yoga studios, etc. Where are my customers going to stay fit at? How do they consume fit products? I would go to apparel places that sold that type of gear, and maybe we could partner and do cross marketing together. And it doesn't always have to be for a cash exchange. Like for every customer you send my way, I'm gonna give you 30%, which is more like an affiliate type, a referral relationship, versus I'm gonna put some coupons or offers for your business in my marketing, whether it's in my email newsletter or when I sell a product, I'll throw those coupons in. And for doing that, you're going to do the same for me. And we may host events together, maybe a webinar on how to stay healthy. And you'll talk about nutrition, and I'm going to talk about the physical activity part. So there's a lot of different ways. It could be content and it could be product based. So I would look at those type of strategies. Anything else you might want to add, Tom, to that?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking earlier, and you had some great examples that don't always look at it as strictly as a monetary, as money for money. It may be traffic. They may have a higher customer base, so you may get more exposure. They may be in an area that you're not in, but you can actually go to or deliver to. So it's, I gave Marvin the example earlier of there's a restaurant called Medium Rare, and they paired up with this hardware store called Stroh-Snyder's, and they had in Stroh-Snyder's, they had the board up there and it said, hey, you can order medium rare food delivered here on Friday nights. And we did it and it was great. So, that's a thing that you wouldn't think about, that a restaurant would pair up with a hardware store, but it worked. So, don't think that, just because it's not your industry, or not even that it's not directly related, but as Marvin was saying, if they're the same community, if you're sharing the same customer base, then, the same customer may buy hardware and may buy food, will buy hardware and food. So if you can somehow, bridge those together, well, you got yourself, an instant base of more customers. So, that was a great thing you told me earlier, Marvin. I appreciate that. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.
Yes.
Marvin,
Yes.
What do you want everyone to do today?
I would love for you to subscribe to our channel as we grow our channel. And our next video, we're going to talk about nurturing those relationships once they come in and how you can take that to converting them into sales. So we look forward to sharing those insights with you and see you in the next video.